So today we are going to bleach these panels of this 1956 century Palomino so that we end up with two dark, properly stained mahogany racing strips running down it, as was originally the case, and the panels in between are all bleached as blonde as we can get them. The first step, we're using clean strip wood bleach. The first step is to wet down all of the wood, and it will be followed by applying the bleach carefully, waiting
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
And if we like the desired look at that point, we can then neutralize and move on. Or we can recoat and get it even more of a blonde, lighter color. But they're saying that the key is an even application of the water on the wood. Yes, as per the bleach, when you put it on, always coat evenly. So this water soaking in is basically going to open the pores of the wood up to allow the bleach to get in and do the chemical reaction that bleach does and pull the color out. Aft deck and the fore deck.
And we're going to bleach it all at the same time so that we essentially have iterations of bleaching. Of course, our hope is that once will be enough. We won't need number 2.
Yeah, we're only mix up enough for one coat, so it's probably going to be
So you have 4
2 part.
And the clean strip bleach, wood bleach, comes in 2-gallon containers, part A and part B, which are mixed into equal amounts, proportions, and then we use just a simple foaming to lay the bleach on. Respirators are a good thing, we're told, and we're about to find out. I think bleach is respiration.
Yes, I have mine.
Yeah, we can. We probably can't use that foam.
The aft deck of the boat is exposed because this is an outboard boat. So we're paying good detail to get the end of the boat where the boards stick out.
Did you say 50-50 there?
Yeah. And we should only need, I'd say maybe a quart for this first application.
A quart of each or a quart
A
total?
quart total, so a half quart each. It looks like it's going to go, the wood doesn't seem to soak up much, the water.
Okay, one of the challenges is that this mahogany, actually this is,
The book is saying...
so now we're applying the bleach onto the Avodire, which is the wood Don Dannenberg tells us that Century used for its blonde decking. So the trick is to get a full coat on, but not so much that it runs down the sides and onto the top sides, onto the finished varnish of the top sides. Yeah. It's not easy to see, but we can tell where it's working. It's begun working because the material on top has begun foaming up a little bit.
As I'm pointing out here.
Yep. Brian is pointing out where it's foaming. And we discovered that it really takes very, very little of the solution. So we are going to go back and lay on a follow-up heavy coat.
You want blonde.
Yes, we want it blonde, but it'll be smart blonde. So now we're going to let her sit for a couple of hours, and we'll be back to see what the result is at the other end. So we're now about 2 hours after applying the bleach, and you can see in this light that the color's not particularly uniform yet because it's not uniformly dry across the surfaces. But by tomorrow, when we neutralize it, it'll be uniformly brown. What's particularly neat is that we were reduced to using ash plugs, and we're concerned that we weren't going to be able to bleach them white enough to complement the bleach Avodire deck material. But in fact, the ash is just beautifully bleached and blended right in. And by tomorrow we should have this neutralized, cleaned off, and we'll let it sit over the weekend. Add clear penetrating epoxy sealer, and by Monday or Tuesday of next week we should be putting some varnish on this stuff. So in the second installment tomorrow, when we clean this off, we'll be able to share with you the final results of this bleaching exercise. But the clean strip is the best solution to the challenge of bleaching mahogany or Avodire or any other wood that we've come up with so far.